وهنا ما وهنا نحن أحفاد المثنى في طريق المجد سرت اسألوا التاريخ عنا ما وهنا.
Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to be showing off the October 8th release of ZealOS. This has got a few new things that make it stand out from the previous editions of ZealOS. Things that I think you guys might want to see, might want to check out, might want to be informed of. All right? So, first things first, this window right here, I'm going to show off the various color palettes that are now available to you. Some of them have been in the OS before, but now I feel that it's gotten to the point, especially with the newest edition that's been made, that I want to show them all off to you at once. So, and of course, these all work with the VGA ROM font that get loaded in when you start up, because they're loaded from the BIOS. So I'm gonna keep it like this for the rest of the video, anyways. Okay, so first palette we're gonna go from top. Hold on. We're gonna go from top. What the heck is? Oh yeah, there we go. The virtual machine sometimes messes with my mouse. From top to bottom. All right, so we're gonna do first. Oh shoot, we're gonna first do palette set STD, and this is the genuine eye bleeding Temple OS experience. We don't want this, but it's still there if you really want it. Next up we have we have, was that okay? That's okay. Here, palette set gray. And it makes everything gray, and this applies to even some of the games. Watch this. I'm gonna see if I'm focused here. Okay, good. We'll go over here. We try on some not Varoom. Varoom is not affected. Try like Castle Frankenstein. Everything is a type of shape of gray. Or we want to do Talons. Same thing. A couple other games like chess isn't exactly affected, as you can see here. Yes, no. It goes to this palette, which is appropriate. Some of these games should keep the palette as it is, cause it just looks better. But yeah. And then let's see. All right. Let's do palette set dark. Make gives the nice dark theme that we had from before. Palette set light. This is a much better version of the Temple OS style color palette. We got palette set slate. This is the default when you just download and install the OS for the first time. And of course, if you don't mess with your make home, then that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna have to set it each time. I'll show you how that, one way at least, I'm pretty sure that you can get it so you don't have to set it each time. And then last but not least, more like last but most important, but most based, would be palette set commander. And that right there is, if you can figure it out, that's the OG. That's the OG Commodore 64 color palette. That's the one where that's the whole point of Temple OS, wasn't it? The whole point was that it was meant to be a modern Commodore 64. Well, how are you going to be a modern Commodore 64 if you don't have the right code of paint? Yeah. So now ZealOS has that code of paint. Anyways. Uh let's say we wanted this to be our default, right? We want this to be our default. So if I go and I restart the guest, I'm going to get this color palette. This is the slate color palette. So let me go to my make home, all right? Let me go to my make home. That's one way of doing it. And I'm going to do let me see. Let me just be sure. I could before I no. Oh yeah, palette set commander. Okay. So, if we go here and we go palette set commander, make sure to do your control S, escape. And now if we restart, we should be getting this color palette by default. So let me see. Yeah, yeah. We got it by default. We got it by default. That looks awesome. All right, cool. So you get the gist of it. We got all those color palettes, and now I can show you the rest of the stuff I want to show you. So when we go into the menu, which one is this going to go to? This one, all right? Look at all this. We got 32-bit paint, GRDR, and clock. So that it's no longer hidden away in downloads. This is in the menu now. This graphics directory, I'll show that off a bit later. And the clock. But before we show these, let's take a look. Let's say Talons for the color palette. I'll play it for like 10 seconds, and then we'll go to how some of the other games look. Let's try. Okay, Black Diamond is the same. Oy vey. Let's try. Let's try Castle Frankenstein. A bit of a delay in the input still, but we just want to check out the graphics. Let's try Zone Out. This one doesn't look too much different, but believe me, if you try like palette set gray, it will be a bit different. Watch this. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yeah. So it does actually change with the color palette that you're using. Let's try. Does keep away change? Yeah, it does a bit. It does. You can't that ball looks a bit less like a ball than it's supposed to. Battle lines, yeah, it changes. Does Excalibur change a bit? Nah, I don't think it does. But you get the idea. All right. So we want to go to 32 paint. You can access it from the menu, and be a bit mischievous about it as usual. Oh yeah. How do I get out of here? Shift escape. Right. And then you want this is GRDR. This is a new thing. I think it wasn't. I think Tom told me some version of this existed in TempleOS, but when ZealOS happened, it wasn't really there, or it wasn't working for whatever reason. So in whatever directory you are, we're right now in the home directory. So we see everything that's in the home. So here's a text example right here. We're supposed to see the net folder. Wait, is that even a folder? Hold on. We are not in the C home. We're somewhere else. Are we? That's weird. Let me look. Okay, yeah. We were in a home. So here's like the apps boot. I'm gonna right here, apps boot, compiler, demo, doc, downloads, home. So I think that dot and dot got their own uh folder symbols, but I think they should get a separate like in like an they should get a separate folder icon that has says up for the one that goes with the two dots. So if we go back to home right here, we should there should be a separate symbol that says, "Oh, this is for going up in the directory." But besides that, looks cool. Like if it, like these are the DD for doc, CC for the source code. You got the floppy disk, and yeah. Let's see if we can get text. It should have been in miscellaneous. Let's see. And text has its own type of icon as well. It's a gray book instead of a red book. All right. So now let's go back to the menu. And one last thing I want to show off that's in the ZealOS apps is the clock. Not much to it. If you remember the clock from from Windows, like Windows 9X and Windows XP, there was a clock was that was like this. It's manual, and it was slightly bit fancier, but that's what it's reminding of right now. A manual clock that accurately tells the time. And of course, you have the digital clock here, but if you want this representation, you can have it here while doing whatever it is you're doing. If I go to do this and do ed, um, clock in, clock out, you can be drawing it. Oh, that's what time it is. Let me see if I. All right, in 2 minutes, I gotta go eat my hot pockets, and you're like making your sprites and stuff. And I forgot to make the whatchamacallit. I forgot to choose a color for here, but you get the idea. And okay. So we went over the cool things that you can do in the menu. We went over the DR 32-bit paint clock. We went over the color palettes. So there's one last thing about this update that I want to show, or these updates that have occurred over time from August to October, or maybe a bit further back, July to October, that I want to show off. That's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind, dude. It's gonna blow. And let's do this while the clock is in visible view. So where the heck is it? Yeah, there. Let's like put it. I don't know. Let's put it here or something. And it's good. But yeah, it's gonna blow your mind. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to miscellaneous. Let's say you wanna read either the Latin Bible, or you want to read the English Bible, because those are the two books that are included by default here. Or maybe you want to code. Well, we'll go open up this English Bible right here, and you're on this 16 by 9 resolution. Well, I'm on 1680 by 1050 right now, and you don't like the fact that you have to look at the small text, and this isn't very readable for you. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, I'll tell you what we can do. There's something that was made to address that. We do Control Alt Z, and bam, we are zoomed in, and it's much easier to read. And now let's scroll down to some random verse. I'll read it off, and then that'll be the end of this video, and we can see the time click by as we're going. Actually, you know what, let's drag this over. I have the digital one so we know what date it is today, and we'll see it all at the same time. And bam! Look how cool that is. And one other thing, if you don't know, so as you just saw, I can scroll horizontally by dragging a cursor at the edge of the screen, doing that. I can do the same thing for vertical movement like this. If you think that's too slow, you can do that. And it's a bit jittery, but it is pretty fast. And let's say you want to zoom in again, it'll allow you to zoom 2 more times, like that and like that. So this will be very good if you're drawing, like maybe like making a very precise sprites drawing or something, or you're messing around in 32-bit paint. I should try that. I should try that a bit later. Yeah, I'll add that to the end of the video. And then if you want to zoom out, you do Control Alt Shift Z, and it brings you out. So let me scroll to a random verse. And I don't know, let's see, let's try somewhere. I want to be at the beginning of a book, and this looks like a beginning of a book. So let me scroll up. The book of the prophet Isaiah. So I'll read the first 10 verses, and then I'll try it out in the 32-bit paint and end the video right there, like that. Okay. The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amoz, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour it, and your presence, and it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. Hear the word of the Lord, ye rulers of Sodom. Give ear unto the law of our God, ye people of Gomorrah. Okay, there's our 10 verses, and let's try. Let us try the drawing program real quick. I want to see if that actually works. I'll zoom out. Do this. Now let's say I want to make a very accurate stick figure drawing. Is it possible? Hmm. Unfortunately not, but the mouse moves a lot slower, it seems. Yeah, when I zoom, so if I zoom it out, it messes with the mouse input. So, but if you want to zoom in, Control Z, and then change the color, it moves a bit slower, I think. Which at least that means your hand will not uh, deal with sudden movements anymore. But you get the idea. All right. Well, Shift Escape. Yeah, we're still zoomed in. That's interesting. All right. Well, that's the end of this video. Oh, and by the way, sorry for butchering some of those names at the beginning. But yeah, that's the end of this video. And it is up to you how you treat this video. Regardless, I hope you have a good day, and I hope you try out ZealOS and tell others about it. This is one of my favorite operating systems in existence, and hopefully it's your favorite too. All right, see you guys later.